Okay, so what topic are both photos connected to?
Well, I think maybe it's tourism because in the photo B there is a lot of people, and I think it's New York. And in letter A is like African population with some forests and things like that.
Okay, how are these pictures similar?
Well, um, in both of them are people, not much, but there are people. And it's like a community in different countries, but a community.
Uh, how are these pictures different?
Um, the countries are different, of course, and the buildings, for example, in the image B, there are a lot of skyscrapers and buildings and restaurants, and in the letter A, in the image A, there are like trees and houses with leaves and things like that.
Where do you think these pictures are taken?
Where? I think the one, like I already mentioned, the B,
The letter B?
the letter B is on a big crowded city like New York, yes, New York, and Wall Street maybe, and the photo A maybe is on Africa. I don't know exactly where, but Africa.
What are advantage, disadvantage of life in a countryside or a big city?
Well, living in a city is good because you are connected with people. There is a lot of jobs, and of course mm, the economy it's better than on countryside. But if you live on a countryside, it's very quiet and you are very connected with the environment. The disadvantages of living in city is that there's a lot of pollution, a lot of people, so many traffic, and in and crimes also. And living in a countryside is has many disadvantages because there is no there are not a lot of jobs in there, and you're very far away from the world because nowadays everything is connected with internet communication and that stuff.
And where would you prefer to live and why?
mm, well, I would prefer to live in a city in a city because like I already said, there are a lot of jobs in there, and the communication is very important for living nowadays. So if you live uh, in in a town very far from, I don't know, from the big city, it's very difficult for you to communicate, to travel, and that stuff. And finding jobs are very easy in the city. So I would like city. First question: what topic are both photos connected to?
I think both photos are of transports. Yeah, transports.
How are these pictures similar?
Well, there are lots of people trying to travel to maybe in their country or another country, but there are different kind of transportation.
How are these pictures? Is it different? Ah. What are advantages and disadvantages of each of these means of transport?
Well, the first one is a plane, so I think the advantages are that it's faster and it's more comfortable than the train. But actually, I never travel in train, so I don't know what could be the advantages or disadvantages. But I think the time it takes the plane is shorter than the train.
How do people in your country travel?
Um, by cars, especially by
Usually.
cars and bus or taxis. But also by plane, but in train are no longer exist in Mexico.
Which means of transport would you prefer to travel by?
Plane because it's faster, but it will be also very interesting to travel by train. It's a experience that I want to try someday.
It's like a